boogla hoogla.
It's really funny though. You know what's really funny though?
Hmm.
My mom sent the link to the show to every single of one of her coworkers, which is extremely funny.
Also, I have to say carp and fleek.
Yeah, exactly.
What a fleek, Dom?
I don't know, man.
Freaking, you can't freaking say that.
You can't freaking say that, man.
You can't freaking say that, Dom. That's not nice.
I know.
Dom, don't freaking say that.
Yeah.
Don't freaking say that.
I'm not gonna freaking say that, dude. You shouldn't freaking say that. Dude.
I'm not gonna freaking say that. You can't freaking say that.
You can freaking say that to me.
You can't say that.
I
Don't say that.
Did your mommy tell you you couldn't say that?
My mommy told me not to say that.
Okay, good. Because my mommy also told me not to say that.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna. Gosh.
I'm not gonna. Gosh.
God.
I think I'm such a.
Wait, hold on. Let me just like.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, we're so back. Oh, we're so back.
You got the surrounds.
Oh, we're so. Dude. Fucking story post.
Yeah, let's bring it back. And now it's in the actual light, so you can see it's like
Oh
gonna
my
be a contrast.
gosh.
It's gonna be a contrast. It's beautiful. If you want, I can do that.
Hold on. No. Like Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
I will not buy your trinkets, your bits and bobs, your bonds, or your contraband.
That ain't
Do
happening,
not
brother.
approach me with your vacuum cleaner.
Get your silly, grubby little hands off of me right now.
Get your silly
You're
little
on my
grubby
lawn.
little hey.
You gotta plug you. I got Jackie.
Get your silly little grubby little mitts off my person. Off my person. I will not buy your bits, your bobs, your trinkets, your bonds, or your contraband. Vacate my premises, or I will open fire as my Second Amendment right dictates.
Second Amendment.
My Smith & Wesson is loaded and pointed to your cranium, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do not approach my front door with your contraband. How un-American of you.
I was trying to not to laugh so hard.
How un-American of you.
If you want, I could just have it like muted, so you're just like.
Yeah. No, I have to be more like emotive.
Okay, you want to go one more time?
Send me that video.
Oh yeah, hold on. Save that.
Oh, is it recording?
No. We're just recording the cold open. This is the cold open right
Oh, is it
now.
cold open?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. All right, one more time.
They're putting chemicals in the water and turning the freaking frogs gay. It turns the freaking frogs gay.
I love how he takes you like.
That's not good. I gotta do that again. They're putting chemicals in the water. They're turning the freaking frogs gay.
Freaking frogs gay. You know, I'll just use the original one. It's fine. we gotta get this rolling. Hold on.
Why is Lightning McQueen looking at me like that, dude?
He's giving you that.
He's giving me a look.
You know it too.
No,
you're
like I'm
familiar with it.
scared.
Yeah.
Windows open.
Fantastic. All right.
Almost fell.
Hello.
Hello, Kinder.
Hello.
Yo, wait. Should we like start it? And I'm like, I'm back.
Daddy's home. That kind of thing. Yeah, I feel that.
Oh, Advil Cold and Flu invited me to a Pokemon Go raid. Should I join it?
Oh, sure, man.
During the show?
We got a couple more minutes. I don't see why not.
Advil Cold and Flu. If you are listening to me speak right now,
Yes.
Tomodachi Desuka.
Tomodachi. Future Dominic, please know. Tomodachi Desuka.
Tomodachi Desuka.
Tomodachi.
No, is it Desuka or Desne? Desne.
I thought it was like this whole Destiny, you know, that kind of thing.
This is definitely like some kind of prejudice. Like
We're
I'm not prejudiced. I promise you. I'm not trying to make fun of. I don't speak German or.
Cut it! Dog,
Cut
Future
this.
Dominic, cut it now!
Cut it!
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Independent Incidentals. We've had a fantastic, action-packed 2 weeks we had, didn't we, audience? Yes, we did. And I hope you did your homework too, didn't you? I hope you did. Anyway.
I didn't do my homework.
Anyway, we're back in the studio. We had 2 interviewees. So fun. We talked to Alpha Something about sound design, making
Is
a
his name Alpha something?
Alpha Something regarding Venba soundtrack and talking about specifically how to make it a cultural sort of experience in regards to the Tamil culture. And we also talked to the creator of Window Kill, Turcado himself. And he talked more about his process, about how he made that game in 2 days, and also the idea of working with the things that you're given and kind of the progression of a game developer. Now, we have another expert in the field of Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, is that what I am now? Thank you.
I mean, that's what I introduced you as last time, and this is kind of like a throwback. So this is, yeah,
I'm back.
is
Hello!
Daniel. Welcome back, Daniel.
Hello, thank you for having me, Dom.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So, before the interim that you left about a year ago, give or take, it's been a few updates, a few things have changed. We actually have a
Yes.
full structure now. This isn't just loosey goosey, get off the floor, everyone do the dinosaur kind of dishong and dance.
Get
This
on
is
the
like
floor. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah.
exactly. You
Kinda
feel it. You feel it.
Uh-huh.
This is a full broadcast. This is like we're talking about the history of the thing we're talking about. We're talking about the reception, the all the things that led up to the specific moment, right?
Uh-huh. Oh, so this is higher skill than last time, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. So,
Ooh.
Independent Incidentals, it's an upgrade. I think of this as like a season 2 from After Class. This is more so the idea of me scaling up and actually giving a damn about the process and the create process and everything.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah, cool. More
Well,
so then.
yeah.
So you said comprehensive history. This is on Dungeons and Dragons, yes?
This is on Dungeons and Dragons,
Uh-huh,
exactly.
Uh-huh.
So,
So comprehensive history.
that's the thing. We always talk about Dungeons and Dragons. Well, this episode's about Dungeons. This is obviously going to be a little bit more loosey-goosey because we're kind of harnessing
Right, like
first season energy here. But
first season energy. I love that. So
we have like the idea of 5th edition, right?
Uh-huh.
Which was published by Wizard of the Coast, yada yada yada. But
What mic am I on?
you're on 2 and 3 because you used 3, but
Oh,
now
yeah.
you're just
Okay.
there. You
Okay,
go.
there we go. Just making sure because like I'm okay. Just making
Yeah, fantastic. You gotta get your sea legs back in. So we play 5th edition, which is one of the newest ones, which was published in 2014.
bread and butter.
Bread and butter, man. And they released a newer version back in this year. 12. You turn yourself up a bit. There you go.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, you can just talk about it. It's fine.
Uh-huh,
You're good.
uh-huh.
You're good. We get meta on this show. Don't worry about it.
Mhm.
The idea here is that when a company takes over a gigantic property like D&D,
Yeah.
your job
I
is gonna
don't-
have.
I don't like. That's such an odd topic.
It's interesting.
It's a hard conversation. Like,
Absolutely. I mean, I'd love to hear specifically your,
because
because I kind of understand that your bread and butter is 5e, and you
Yeah.
love to kind of stick within that system because it's all you know. But like,
it's how I got used to like tabletop role playing games. It's what I'm used to. It's what I run, right? But all of like the controversy around like creators like creators having to pay Wizards of the Coast to even
play.
play the game on like stream or whatever.
The interesting thing is, I thought that
Like-
actually got like when the backlash happened. I thought that got
no,
revoked.
it's still a thing.
That's crazy. to me.
Like last I checked, it was still a thing. That's why, for example, Critical Role is moving on to Daggerheart. I don't think it was I don't
Really?
think it was explicitly said, but like they made their own system, Daggerheart, which is a really cool system.
So, for the uninitiated, Critical Role, one of the most popular,
The most.
influential.
The
D&D
most popular, the most
podcast.
influential, yeah.
They have done over 300 episodes in total
Yeah.
across 3 seasons.
Thousands of hours.
They have an Amazon released show
They
that
have, they
result.
have their own streaming channel now. Beacon TV. not,
which is insane to me.
not sponsored.
Not sponsored, but like this,
like
they are huge.
like I'm never gonna get over the fact that there was like you have to pay to use that thing, because it's creators like Dimension 20, Critical Role, Dungeons and Dads, people like that made Dungeons and Dragons popular again.
And now Wizards of the Coast wants a piece of that.
Yeah, which is like they're getting paid anyway.
They're getting paid.
They're getting paid anyway.
More eyes on the product, and now they're
just like, hey, you're making millions off of our thing. You have like it's like copyright for with music, which I don't think it's very fair, because there are smaller creators who are making their own add-ons that they have to pay a tax to. Like there are passion projects that are basically being shut down because of that. And I'm at a point where I'm just like, do I make the move as well to like Pathfinder or something?
I mean, here's the thing, audience. This is not just about D&D. This is about every single tabletop RPG there is in existence. So, if you want to get really independent, because this is independent incidentals, do a different system.
Yeah, if you're like against corporations, D&D, like D&D
Yeah.
is fun.
D&D, here's the thing.
It's the best game
If you
on
have the
earth.
books already, go for it.
Mhm.
5th edition vanilla is beautiful.
Don't give them more. Like they're not real. They're like Mattel.
Hasbro, Mattel, those companies specifically, I believe, are trying to milk.
Is it Hasbro?
It's Hasbro.
It's
yeah.
Hasbro. Okay, I was wrong. It's Hasbro.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such like a creative medium, and very much was a passion project by Gary Gygax back in the 80s, and it like brought people together, and it created its own subgenre of like nerd culture, and for it to be like, and for it to become so mainstream is awesome, and it's really
Absolutely.
and like I got into it, but like right before the big boom, I would say, or like during,
Yeah.
Like
Like
after-
2027, 2018.
like after Stranger Things, right?
Yeah, that era.
And then suddenly, it's just like, oh wow, this is everywhere now.
It just exists in the cultural zeitgeist because
Uh-huh.
of one man, which we'll talk about right now. So, do you know about the like super origins of D&D? Like before the
super-
70s, before Gygax even
like
came up with the idea.
No.
It was war games, like like little army men.
Oh yes.
So this was before this was before Warhammer. This was
like
before any
little-
of the other war
like-
games that
like-
involved fantasy.
Like
settings.
Cowboys and Natives, yeah.
Exactly. It's
Uh-huh.
kind of those kind of things. Those very grass start roots. Like you have like a little like a little board that you set up either with your dad or just by yourself, and you just create like little terrain, little buildings inside, and you have these little stick figures, these little stick men, whatever.
Figurines.
Figurines,
Uh-huh.
exactly. Miniatures, which are now called in the zeitgeist. Which back in the early 1900s, people used to play with.
Mm-hmm.
This then inspired Gary Gygax to make another type of these war games in 1971.
And then he grafted like a math system onto it.
Yeah.
Which is- First edition is the funniest thing to me.
But it wasn't first edition.
Oh.
This was called Chainmail. It was pretty much only medieval. It was only medieval. There was no like. So the idea was that you can either play with just medieval,
Mm-hmm.
or you can add the fantasy supplement, which he added a bit later.
Uh-huh.
So it was pretty much him just making like his first foray into this kind of genre of game, which eventually got caught up the eye of one specific publishing company who specifically published these war games, and him and like some of his colleagues used to just like play the game, just
Uh-huh.
started developing it. And eventually they started adding more elements to it. They started adding more attachments. They started adding you didn't actually level up in this game. You practically like it's obviously the war mechanics, so
Uh-huh.
you have the full battlefield, you have your troops and your enemy's troops. But the idea is that you have heroes, superheroes, and
Superheroes.
yeah, and you have magic users, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, magic users were interesting as well because they were promoted in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So you started off with like acolyte at the very start, then you moved on to like say, I don't know, it was warlock, then sorcerer, then wizard, and you could keep leveling, promoting wizard up until whatever. And these were like the very first origins of specific spells that are now still exist in D&D. Protection from evil. I think fly was one of them. I believe. What was it? Polymorph was another one of them, and haste. Those all existed in the original chainmail version that Gary Gygax created back in the day. That was like the super origins.
I don't know why you're calling me an expert. Jeez.
I researched most of this like 2 days ago, so
Mhm.
this is like just my preliminary knowledge here.
I didn't know about this at all.
Yeah, it's interesting. So obviously most of them were like Tolkien inspired. You had
Oh
like,
yeah, Tolkien.
yeah,
For sure. Like I feel like the concept for so many, like of course the names are out there like elf, dwarf, orc, whatever.
yeah, mostly taken from like Norse mythology and all that.
Yeah.
But then Tolkien kind of funneled that into a world that he
Like-
created.
Like isn't like the whole concept of like a traveling party of heroes from The Hobbit?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I always loved that. Read The Hobbit. Read The Hobbit.
Read The Hobbit. Read all the. I'm reading Lord of the Rings right now.
Me too.
It's a slow read, but once you get into it, you're like, yes, I can see why
And, like,
people.
Yeah, it's just
It fixes my short-term attention span
yeah,
heavily.
yeah, yeah. Great way of putting it.
Personally, I look. I grew up a lot on like Terry Pratchett and stuff like that. Like Terry Pratchett goes like a mile a minute.
Pratchett's the guy that guested on Critical Role. Yeah.
No, he's dead.
Who am I thinking of?
Yeah, I think you're taking Patrick Rothfuss.
Yes. Yes.
He made the what was it, Dying King series? What was it called again?
Who's Pratchett?
Pratchett is Discworld. So he's like a British author. He made like a bunch of things back in the 80s as well.
Was that the
Kind
series
of like
that you were reading
satirical
before?
What?
Was that the series that you were reading before?
Yes, you probably
Uh-huh.
saw me with a few of them.
Yes, yes,
so
yes,
I think I was reading at the time Reaper Man and a few other ones.
Mm-hmm.
The other one you probably saw me was Brandon Sanderson, who wrote the Mistborn series.
Yeah, there you go.
Where eat metal, get powers.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. I love it. And we're going to talk more about these kind of systems as well, because even at this point, he didn't get the inspiration for D&D until eventually one of his other friends, I believe his name was Dave Armanson, tested out a kind of more role-based version of Gary Gygax's Chainmail game.
Mm-hmm.
I love how you just play Pokemon Go in the background, by the way. It's beautiful.
I'm listening.
Oh, of course. No, absolutely. I'm just saying, like, it's infested all of every single facet of my life.
Oh yeah,
it's
one of my teachers plays it.
it's
awesome.
insane.
It's awesome.
So basically, David Armisen makes a new system called basically the first system called Blackmore, which is a more sci-fi setting.
This I've heard of.
Yeah. So this was like one of the first like actual tabletop role-playing games that just took in place of you assuming a reoccurring character,
Mhm.
right? And you going with your adventuring party and you like trying to loot stuff and win.
Like you say sci-fi
Yeah.
on a scale of like
It's a mix, I believe. It was like a mix of like arcane. It's like tinkering and like artificy, but like taken to the next level in this kind of specific campaign, I believe.
Mhm.
So it's that kind of stuff, you know, like arcane
Sure.
runes, like control like gigantic mechanisms and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah,
It's like Spelljammer now.
kind of, yeah, but
Uh-huh.
less. What's the word? Tacky.
Damn.
Spelljammer as a concept is great. I love it, but like
It's
the way
fun.
they implemented it now just kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, we'll get into that later. I have some comments on like another module.
Absolutely. Okay. So, Gygax eventually got inspired by this, and when he pitched the idea to his original wargame publishing company, dude, let's go.
I caught a heat trend. Okay, sorry.
Hell, I mean, the people who know. The people who he contacted, his previous publishing company,
Mm-hmm.
said, we're not going to do it. We're not going to publish the game.
Rats.
Not Blackmore, but this new Dungeons and Dragons
Yeah.
combat he was coming up with. So he made his own company. He called it Tactical Studies Rules.
Nerd-ish.
Yeah. And he put a meager $1,000 into the game to make 1,000 copies,
Oh,
what he called white boxes,
wow.
of the original rule set. What's interesting as well is that the original Dungeons and Dragons was very badly put together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can comment on that. Sorry. What were the classes?
So the very first
It was like
classes- So it was Fighting Man,
Funny Man, Thief.
not Thief. That was kind of like, so this is like the pre-Dungeons and
Oh,
Dragons.
before Thief was even a thing.
Before Thief was even
Uh-huh.
a thing. Yeah,
All I know is
that was
that-
in advance, I believe.
Like, cause like Thief was what Rogue is now.
Yeah.
There's Elf. Elf was like class.
Elf was its own class itself. Dwarf was its own class.
And I feel like there was a whole issue with the spellcaster. Like, was there wizard as well?
Wizards were extremely weak. Like they
Like,
were
they
like
were
they were
bad.
brittle.
Like
Your party basically had I was the wizard when I played my first edition campaign with my grade 8 teacher.
I'm never gonna get like. Why did he present you first edition?
Well, it was the basic. It wasn't advanced, thank goodness. But
Uh-huh.
like, we leveled up only twice in the 2 years we played that
It doesn't
campaign.
make a difference though because
It's
you
so
don't change
funny.
at all.
That's the thing.
You got like one new spell, right?
You get one new spell, and like you can memorize one extra thing. The interesting thing about memorization as well is
First
that
edition was rough.
memorization, like the idea of you memorizing spells, which is still a homestead in like the D&D ethos to this day, and you forget them, was actually originally created by another world that someone else wrote called the Dying World series. I think it's called the Dying Earth series, where like
I've also heard of this.
math and magic kind of collide together, and these like ancient algorithms to like memorize and like hone in on spells were the idea behind all magic. I think it's called. I wrote it down here.
That is
somewhere.
that is the name. That is the name.
It's called. It's called.
Wow, what is it about?
It's all about. Damn, I don't know, man.
We are children.
We are 5 years old. Look, audience, we were doing a bit earlier about.
What was it? Oh yeah. Dom was locked out of the music lounge, and then I opened because I have a bit where I will open the door. I was like, I don't want to buy vacuum cleaners, and so I opened the door, and for some reason I just went into it like I started going like,
Southern accent.
I will not buy your vacuum cleaners. I will not buy your trinkets, your bounds, your bits and
Your
bits
bits and your bobs. I'm not gonna
or
buy
your
'em.
contraband. That is un-American of you, sir.
I don't know what you smuggle in those things, but it's not American. It's not the American
It is
dream.
un-American, and it is my Second Amendment right to ask you to vacate the premises
Immediately.
before I unload my Smith and Wesson.
Dang it.
That was loud.
It was. No, you stood. You got your distance. Look, I think you've improved a lot, man. You've really improved a lot. Look at those.
On
Look
the
at those
volume
levels.
control. Oh yeah, we're not peaking at all. Last year it was like touching the edges.
It was pretty much up there. I'm gonna normalize the audio afterwards. If you
We're not
scream, it's gonna be like it's gonna shrink. Right now, it's gonna be like
Yeah, yeah.
it's gonna be great.
Okay,
So
quiet time.
it's quiet time now. So he would go on to make Tactical Studios Rules, which then sold about 1,000 copies, which was pretty decent.
Yeah, that's good. Like
It's pretty
like
good.
locally, that's good. I would say.
Yeah, exactly. It was kind of in the more. I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was East. I'm not too sure. I forget where Gygax specifically
Of the coast.
of the coast.
He was of
one
the
of the
coast.
coasts. One of the either coasts.
That's. I feel like.
someone
For
was- yeah.
some reason, I've got California in my head. But I don't know if that's true.
It probably was. It probably is. Because
We can Google it.
you can Google it. I'll continue. I'll batter down the hatches as eventually the thing got very, very popular.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of underground scene of all these nerds who like Tolkien and also like war games and also like role playing as a fun little character.
Chicago
Yeah.
East.
See, there you go. They brought it to
Where-
one of the coasts.
I think I thought of California because that's where all of like the big
that's where all the
like
exactly.
the big current names are from.
That is true. I mean, like current names. I mean, I guess in mostly film, that's the case.
Not even that. Like all of the big D&D podcasts are mostly from California.
No, that's true as well. Yeah, because mostly they're from like actual actor backgrounds, right?
They're all from Warner Brothers.
No,
Warner
No.
Brothers. They're all they're all like voice actors or whatever. Sorry.
That's crazy. So, I played first edition back in the day, and it was great. It was so fun. I mean, the gameplay was annoying, but the actual Daniel's gonna do something right now. He's gonna. Yeah. But I'll quickly talk about my own character back in the day. I remember it was in grade 7, right? It was probably the worst year of my life, and I pretty much asked I was getting into D&D at the time because I was like looking at the Adventure Zone and like these kind of preliminary podcasts. And I'm like, oh, this is D&D. That's pretty cool. I think the first thing that actually got me into was Game Grumps, which is very interesting. They had like a very, very short.
Because they're buddies with Matt Mercer.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
Aaron,
crazy.
Oh, I think his name is Aaron. He was on Critical Role.
Really?
Yeah,
How long ago was this?
a couple weeks.
Couple weeks?
Yeah, Matt Mercer's been guesting on Game Grumps for years.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. I kind of blocked Game Grumps completely out of my memory after like the falling out and all that kind of stuff.
There
But
was a
like,
falling out.
With like another channel, it was a whole drawn out thing. I think it was something to do with Dream Daddy, one of their like visual novel games that they were releasing at the time. Yeah. But besides the point, there was another person called the. you got the talk box.
Yeah, right here.
Is that working?
I mean, it's kind of working. It's mostly it's just the reverberations, but you can if you really focus in, you can feel like the.
We are children. We are children.
Okay.
Okay. Continue.
So how I got into it basically was, I was really into this at the time. There was another person that shall not be named, Pro Jared.
Pro Jared.
Pro Jared. Pro Jared was an absolutely terrible person, and I shall not speak the name.
Is his full name Pro Jared?
That's not his full name. That's his username. But like
Discord handle.
That's his. That's his alternative account. Oh no. I shall not say what he did online because that's something you can look up yourself.
Oh jeez.
But basically, he was running a campaign because he was also into D&D, and he got all the Game Grumps people to play that one campaign, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And I started looking up other stuff, and I was into My Brother and Brother Me at the time as well, which also got me into that specific genre as well. And it also got me to, The Adventure Zone, their podcast as well.
Oh, he's a YouTube personality.
Yeah.
I thought it was a person that you knew.
No.
Okay.
Thank God. I was 13 at the time. Anyway. Eventually, I talked to one of the best teachers I had, which was my grade 7 teacher, Mr. Villanueva. Shouts out.
What was he, English teacher?
He was just my general teacher. I was in a Catholic school, so he was just a grade 7 all around teacher. So eventually, he's like, "Oh, that's cool." He didn't tell me anything outside of that, and he eventually was like, "Oh yeah, one of the other teachers eventually has been playing Dungeons and Dragons for 30 years, ever since because there's another teacher who was usually doing the grade 8 class, and he was approximately, I don't know, 40, 50 years old, something like that. And he used to play Dungeons and Dragons as a kid when it just came out, in the 70s, 80s.
My dad used to tell stories of how he went to he wasn't big into it, but he would go and play, and he played a couple times with his buddies or with a friend. I don't know if it was his good friends, but he played with a friend once.
See, that's the thing. It's so interesting.
It's so awesome to hear people who just be like, "Hey, I remember when that game was out 40 years ago.
That was I was there for it.
I was there."
It's like seeing Jimi Hendrix perform live. It's brother.
No, yeah.
It's
because the difference is Jimmy's dead.
That's the thing. Wow. Maybe in reality, but in our hearts?
In our hearts, Jimmy never dies.
Jimmy never dies. Anyway, I then started, it was me and a bunch of these other kids who kind of, didn't really care about D&D that much, but I already knew about it, so I was like, hell yes, I'm gonna try my best. And I remember me trying to charm one of the goblins inside of this one dungeon, who eventually we couldn't communicate because I didn't speak goblin, and basically
it's such a funny thing to do to someone. Hey, you said that thing. That's really nice. Unfortunately, they don't speak a language.
They speak the language you do.
If I may, I ran a game with my friends for my birthday. Love them to bits.
Yes.
They're probably not listening, but if you are, hi guys.
How you guys doing? Ben Lusky. If
not
you're
Ben.
still there.
Not Ben.
Okay, not Ben.
But Ben.
Okay.
Ben wasn't there for that game, but Ben is awesome, and we love Ben. And
Ben still lives in the reverberations. He follows the show, which I do appreciate, of course. If you haven't followed the show, go to Independent Incidentals on Instagram, and you can follow the show there. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, do that.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. But basically what it was is that, so I threw a bunch of pissed off geese at them. I love it because I ran a game with some old friends that I don't speak to anymore. But I ran a game with them. I ran a campaign with them, and
we definitely talked about this on the other show, but you can quickly recap.
This is a new group now. I'm not gonna go too. I'm not gonna go too long.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
I'm not gonna go too long, but they all had edgy characters, and I'm like, no, let's have fun this time. So I gave them a really stupid mission, and they were all playing big characters, and they were all hitting on each other. It was awesome.
That's the thing. Most people are like, man, D&D is so serious. You look at Critical Role, and they're talking about
but people feel to
layers upon layers.
The serious stuff has its place. It's also a game.
you're supposed to have fun with it.
You're supposed to have fun with it. And so that's what I encouraged. I said, hey, make a stupid character. Use a silly voice. Like, be dumb. Like, that's okay. And I threw 8 pissed off geese at them, and one of my players was a bird person, an Arakakra, and she's like, I'm going to talk to them.
Speak
And
their
it's like,
language.
it's like, okay, cool. So they can understand avian.
Right.
They can't speak it.
They understand the concept of the winds, but they can't understand. They can't.
Because they're wild geese.
They're wild geese. They haven't understand the arts of avian.
And so, like, it was a funny moment where I was just like, okay, so you said what you said. They know what you said. They also don't care.
Yeah, they're still trained on you. These geese are battle
These
hardened.
pissed off geese are gonna bite your toes now, and that's what happened. And so it's always a funny moment where it's just like, hey, he knows what you said. He can't answer you. Number one, number two, nothing's gonna change.
Exactly. I think that's very. I mean, look, most of D&D, from my experience, is improv, right?
It's yes ending.
Absolutely. It's you putting your characters into your players into a specific situation, and their characters trying to figure out how would they react, what is their kind of motive in that situation, and how are the party as a whole progressing forward in like the story, right?
Right.
It's collaborative storytelling in the best way possible.
Mhm.
Something you can't really make up only by yourself, because that would be very sad.
Yes, the best. That's the greatest game on earth. You were telling your story about your first campaign.
My first campaign, yes, and then afterwards, eventually, all my other my actual friends who were actually interested in the game as well
Mhm.
started piling on, and we kind of switched different characters. But for those 2 years, those were like the best years of Opa Gundam style, exactly. Sexy lady, you know, that kind of thing. And then also, I feel like there's just one. We kind of switched between campaigns, I believe, or I think either that's what it was. I remember. So basically, at the end of the year,
You just paused with Opa Gangnam Style, a sexy lady.
exactly. It's what you were doing. It was what you were doing, man.
Yeah, this was for this, dude. I'm sorry. Okay, continue.
Okay. Basically, all these my players at the time, we were in the one of the Minotaur maze, right?
Mhm.
We were trying to get out, and it was kind of at the end of the year. So our teacher at the time, Mr. McCabe, shouts out. He wanted to end the session. He wanted to start fresh for the next year, right? So he literally just got a goddamn dragon to burn us all down to the ground. But the thing is one of my friends drank a potion of shrinking.
So he survived.
So he was able to hide inside of a tree trunk and survive the dragon's breath as we all like toppled to the ground.
That's funny.
And then like literally it was such a funny thing too.
So he
'cause-
got to play his character next year.
No, because what he literally like the teacher retconned at the end, Mr. McCabe retconned at the end, and he was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, you starved to death." The end.
That's funny. What like
You have no sense of direction. You cannot find your way back, and you starved to death. The end.
That's mean. Like
That's
to a
so
13-year-old, you just kill a character like, hey, you know that guy that you were like invested in?
Yeah.
He just I almost swore. He just dies. That's about it.
That's about it.
Sorry, kid.
Sorry, kid. We're doing another one now. So.
I mean,
So yeah, then we started a new campaign, which was actually really fun as well because it was like full. Problem is that some of the battle encounters were really hefty. So basically, we were inside of this little like island,
hey,
right?
balancing is tough when you're playing with kids.
Yeah, exactly. So we were kind of just like in this little island area that we were trying to explore and try to find like the central cult that was trying to harbor this evil energy inside this island and like these occult worshippers who were trying to attune to this magic, right?
Mhm.
Which we eventually got to the center, right? I think the entire there was like this hat that was kind of like the ring from Tolkien, who I think I was constantly like I think either it was me
Oh, I
or
know
my
what-
friend Carlos who
I know-
constantly tried to
I
like
know what it
wear it.
is.
Yeah.
It's a specific. I know.
What was it called specifically?
It's most often like the last I recognized it, I saw it and recognized it was like a homebrew page, but it's basically like it's a captain's hat.
Yeah, I thought it was a wizard's hat. Maybe he reflavored it. but-
Maybe all I know is that I've seen that somewhere before on like Instagram or something, where it's just like, hey, if you attune to this hat, you become more charismatic, but you also become dumber.
Mm.
And also, if someone removes it from you, you go into a barbarian's rage.
That is so fun.
It's awesome.
I want to give that to some players now. Not you, of course, but sometime in the future. When someone's least
I don't
expecting
think
it.
I would put it on because my current character is really dumb.
Yeah, probably.
And
You'd only get dumber from
And
there.
I just got an intelligence buff.
It's true. It's true. You wouldn't want to lose that iron stone that you have, right? That would be
No,
preposterous.
I mean,
I would
it's,
never do
it's
that
really
to
hard
you.
to take
That's true.
because when you attune to it, it's like sort of stuck to you.
It's kind of stuck to you, but
Because
it's,
even if
it's
you're not-
orbits around
Because
you.
because even if you knock it out of the sky with a if you hit past a 24, after a bit it just comes back.
Oh yeah.
I think it does at least. Like after
Yeah.
a long rest or something. Like it'll just come back.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because unless there's like something that destroys it.
Huh.
Or maybe that's what it is. It's the 10 hit points.
Well, audience, it's time to get cooking. Anyway.
Let.
Anyway, I try to then. Well, a failed first attempt of me running a campaign was me with my friends who were in the same campaign.
Mm-hmm.
After grade 8, we were doing. It was the summer of between.
69.
Yeah, summer of '69. It was beautiful. It was like a vaporwave sky, and we were just sitting there.
You bought your first
In-
real 6-string at the 5 and dime.
Yeah, dude. Except it was the full D&D manual I got for Christmas. It was the best Christmas.
Did you play until your fingers bleed?
Yeah, exactly. That was exactly what it was.
Did you think it would last forever?
Maybe. But unfortunately, audience, it didn't last forever because the first campaign I ran sucked ass. And
They always
unfortunately-
do. They always do.
Yeah, it's just how those things roll. Like you can't make. You have to gain experience through playing. As me as a forever DM, you have to. That's my initials as well. I just realized as well.
Uh-huh.
So it's my curse. I have to bear it forever. Dominic Mueller, Dungeon Master. It's just how it is.
Dominic. Master. No,
Dominic.
that didn't work. I'm sorry.
Dominant Master.
Oh. I'm taking
yeah,
a lap.
You gotta take a lap for that one. that did 1d4 damage, psychic damage right there. That was beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, some people in the music lounge called me Dominatrix, and that kind of also gave me psychic damage. I was like,
Wait,
sounds
who?
like it. I think it was Noah.
Yeah, he would say that.
Yeah.
I was
So-
like, who calls you that? No, yeah.
No, it's an iconic character. I did it multiple attempts. One, the steampunk campaign, which then fell apart because of COVID, and another campaign. In the interim, I think it was maybe a one shot. I completely forget. No, that was actually the campaign that actually ran for the longest. It was the campaign that took place on the Spiral, same setting as yours. I still haven't decided if it was 10 years in the past or 10 years in the future. I can still say it either way. You haven't figured that out yet, so it's shorten years timeline pretty much. It's like until it's found out, it's undetermined for now.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the point, there was a whole thing. They lost the final fight. Either they got TPK'd or the boss just left, and then that was the end of that campaign as well. I also got lost in the Underdark for at least
Oh, gee. So you
15
did-
sessions.
So you ended it prematurely.
Kind of as well, yeah, because I
Uh-huh.
think it was kind of dragging on. People didn't really enjoy it. Like one of my friends
They
was
didn't
like,
seem
yeah,
invested.
they didn't really. That's the thing. One of my friends was really invested. He made like little like cards for all of his spells and
That's
everything.
cool.
He loved D&D, and we try to continue the campaign online, but unfortunately, again, it's just not the same magic.
Yeah, like I remember when I was in my old group, like before the old one.
Yeah.
It started online, and then we tried to do it in person, and it was like rough
Mm.
because I was only used to it online.
The transition between either way is it's
and it's just like I'm
impossible.
seeing these people face to face for the first time, and it was just like it was awkward as hell.
Because you're just used to hearing a voice, and then once you actually have to like express and like
yeah.
do facial expressions and like actually be within the character, you get the sense of like, oh wait, this is like this is performance I'm doing right now.
Mm-hmm. It's a whole different game in person because you get to like speak with the other players and interact with the DM, and there's like real emotion and like the stakes are different when you're sitting there and you're face to face with like basically what you're trying to do. Like I remember that there was this one moment where, like, if I may,
Hmm.
in the online game with that one group, there was a couple of roles where I was basically doing medicine checks to save a player's, like to save a character, and then in person there was a heavy roll and no one could follow along because everyone was just like staring at their feet. And so to me, it's just like it's just I will always prefer in person. But if it starts online, I don't think it should leave that. And if it starts in person, I don't think it should go anywhere else. Because if you start in person, you go online. Yes, it's easier to make that transition, but it loses its pop.
Exactly. It loses the flair. It loses like the whole. I guess emotional stakes is what it is.
Yeah, 'cause
Because you're just sitting at home with your computer and
like in your PJs, eating a bowl of chips, and you're here like, "Oh no, my mother died," and you're just like, "Huh?
what? Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Oh, I'm sorry."
I'm sorry, little child. I'm sorry you're an orphan anyway.
And now
you cast
now
fireball.
roll these digital dice to beat the guy. Like to me, it just doesn't have the same weight as just holding a thing and throwing it.
Right. That's the thing. A dice. You can't get better than an actual.
Because it really does put the stakes in your hands instead of just pressing a button.
Exactly. For the people at home, by the way, there are 8 different dice that you can roll in D&D. There's a 7, 8. I don't know. You have a D4,
so
a D6, a D8, a D10,
10,
a
D12,
D12,
D20.
D20, D100. So 7.
Technically, D100.
D100 is 2 D10s, but
D100 doesn't really count as a dice, so that's just a ball.
it's a big old ball. I do have an actual D100, but
No,
it's
this guy put it on the table and it sounded like this.
it's so funny.
It's heavy.
I got it from Poland. It was like a little. I think either my aunt gave it to me for my birthday, or it was like just a little trinket that I bought when I was there.
One
in
day when
Poland.
one of
It
the
was
sorry.
it was heavy.
No, yeah, it's heavy. One day when one of the players are gonna like get on his nerves, he's gonna throw it at us. That's
Yeah.
get on his nerves.
Ooh. I mean, or you drink a potion that does a random effect. Who knows? Who knows what I might throw at you?
You get diarrhea.
You get diarrhea now.
I did that to a player once.
Oh, I want to do it so badly.
How would I do
just-
that?
I'm just gonna figure it. I'm just gonna put it on you one day. It's gonna happen.
I haven't really eaten anything tangible yet, though.
That's true. You're just kind of like,
Do I have to eat?
yes, you're still like made of flesh and bone.
Like on paper, I'm eating with everyone else, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The same way that like you don't say, "Oh, I go to the bathroom."
No.
Mm-hmm.
You are, but you are smooth down there. So it's like, where does it go? That's the question. I don't know.
Is that canon now? I said that as a joke. Is that canon now?
Yeah, I mean, you said
I got like nothing going on downstairs. Okay.
Yeah, all you have is a cloaca. That's it.
That's so funny. No, cause in my old like proper like official campaign, one of my players was edgy and like it was like, "I'm part monster, so I can eat monsters," and I was feeling petty because they were getting on my nerves. So I'm like, "Okay, roll a Constitution saving throw," and they're like, "Okay," and then they roll a 1,
A 1.
and I was like, the DC was 8, by the way, and I was just like, "Oh my!" The player rolled a 2, by the way, 5 total. And I was like, okay, so you go in your pants, and you feel thunder down under. You make it to the water because they're at a lake.
Yeah.
They ate like a fish. I forget what the fish monster.
Crotoa or something?
No.
So
It's like a fish person.
Oh.
I forget what it's called, but
One of those.
yeah.
I think I know what you're
But then that
talking
one player, I'm like, okay, you rolled a 1. You go in your pants, and they're like, but I'm part monster, and I'm like, your stomach isn't.
Your stomach isn't. That's so good. I mean, that's the thing. A lot of the time, it's like, okay, you can do whatever you want in the
Like
game.
rule of cool, but if you're being an asshole and also it's funny and you roll a 1,
That's true. I
I'm
think.
like I'm gonna make you yourself.
Yeah. I mean, here's the idea. D&D is like, okay, you can do whatever you want.
I swore.
Nah. Look, I think ass, I think damn, those are fine. Those are like the cool words.
I said sugar honey iced tea.
No.
Oh no, I'm gonna lose TV privilege.
No. Okay, let me write it down real quick.
No TV.
No TV.
Are you actually writing it down?
Yeah. I have to edit it afterwards.
Oh,
This is what you do to me.
I
Future Dominic, I'm
I
so
thought-
sorry.
I thought you were gonna say
worry.
You're
all
no. All right.
good, fam.
Anyway, so yeah, what were we saying? Yeah, it's always unfortunate when like campaigns fizzle out, especially when like the online
Yeah.
thing.
I think online it kind of that's the thing interesting thing though. So in the chronological history, that's like where it boomed the most, right?
No, yeah, because there was the whole thing with like podcasts, especially during quarantine. I know like that's when I got huge into Critical Role. At first,
Same.
I started with like Rustage, right? If you know- with, like,
Sounds familiar.
with like One Piece D&D, and he flavored all of his spells as like items, which was really cool. But that's how I started off, and that's where I started playing, and that's just how it eventually became it. But yeah, no, online campaigns are fun, but it's always tough to keep them together.
You gotta wrangle them. That's the one.
You gotta
thing.
like when I came to university, I used to be a part of an online group, and I couldn't play any games, which sucked.
Yeah,
because I was busy doing.
I think I can finally say it now because it's been a long time. So you know how I said that what was it? One of my players who was originally in it, he's gonna graduate, so unfortunately he couldn't make it to this campaign specifically, right? What was his name again? I think it's Riley. Right. So Riley, I was like, this character is really cool, and I want to see like what other characters he can make. So I'm like, you know what? My now ex-girlfriend at the time, my friend of 8 years, and this guy, I was like, you know what? Let's make a campaign. Screw it, right?
Done.
Fantastic. And I was gonna set it like 200 years before you guys are doing your campaign.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, this is like the full chronologically right here. Like this is gonna make my full history. Unfortunately, here's the problem though. First session. My ex at the time lived in Germany.
Yeah.
So it was a 6-hour time difference for the people who know.
You can do it at noon.
That's the thing. We did it at I think 2. So it was, for her it was like 8, and it went until like 10:30 I think for her.
Oh yeah, I'm never gonna I don't condone short sessions.
That's the thing.
All due respect.
I'll do this.
Well, if you're sitting there and people
yeah.
are getting into it.
I grew up on 30 to 50 minute sessions for like the first like 2 years of playing first edition. So it was like we do like half of an encounter and then we have to split up between 3 different recess sessions just to finish it.
I ran 8 to 9 hour long sessions.
I want to do that one day.
It's awesome.
It sounds so
like
fun.
people are passing out by the end of it, but like we sat there and we blew through so much adventure. Like they went from the Elf Kingdom to the Dwarf Kingdom and then back to the tavern in one session, and that was a total of 2 weeks travel.
That's so.
And I just had them roll.
Yeah, keep it moving. That's the one thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're on like 7 different tangents right now. Let's roll it back real quick. So the idea, how did this then eventually progress to the modern day, you may ask? How did this very old, archaic version of first edition that you're probably your parents, if not like your
Gygax.
Yeah, exactly. Who played back in the day. How did this like late 70s icon eventually come back to the modern day? So, problem is that after I think second edition, they eventually came on hard times because first of all, people eventually didn't like the new rules with
Satanic Panic.
That's a satanic panic, exactly, because a lot of the new rules also had like a lot of nudity, demons. You could play as evil characters.
Different gods.
Different gods. Oh
Like,
no.
people like, oh, this is like is the word like idolatry?
Idolatry, exactly. Yes.
They're like, oh, they're worshiping different people through this game for children.
Mm-hmm. Which could all be one thing, which is Satan.
That's all. That must be what it is. That must be what it is.
I don't want no Satan in my
I don't want no Satan in my fantasy game.
Put this. Can we just play Narnia? Can we just play Narnia like normal people? Come on.
Come on.
I grew up on Narnia. I grew up on Tolkien. I didn't read the last book though. That was way too much for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I read all the Narnias.
All the Narnias.
I love Prince Caspian, and the fact that Gygax didn't include him in the game is just really peeing me off right now.
Gygax.
Gygax.
How long?
We're tilting again.
How much more time do we have?
We have 10 minutes.
Oh, shit.
So we gotta blow through this real quick.
Yeah.
So basically, the idea was that eventually they came on hard times because of all this stuff, right?
Mhm.
Eventually, all this stuff came to a head. People didn't like Rogue. People didn't like. No, they didn't like Thief, right? That was the one thing.
Because Thief is a stupid name, too.
Stupid name.
And
You can't do anything
now
until
it's
you
a
get to
subclass.
like half level, pretty much.
Now it's a subclass. Thief is a subclass, right?
Yeah, Thief is a subclass in the newest edition.
Yep.
But in the original edition, it was like the main thing, the homestead, right? And eventually, TSR the company that he made almost got bankrupt,
Mm-hmm.
right? So eventually they get on hard times. They're like, okay, we need to sell this to somebody, and they sold it to Wizards of the Coast, right? In the late 90s.
Wizards was a thing by then.
Oh yeah.
What
They
were
bought
doing?
so they bought Pokemon trading card game back in 1998, I believe. And then
Because it isn't just like
Magic the Gathering came the year afterwards.
Magic is their big IP now.
Oh yeah. They do 100. They did like a Fallout crossover.
They did
was Lord of the Rings crossover.
that was cool. They did something else. I think they did Steven Universe ones.
Really? That's crazy.
I could be wrong. I could be. I probably am.
That's very interesting.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, eventually all that kind of stuff comes to a head, and then they kind of try to redevelop Gygax's original formula with 3rd and 4th edition, which got mixed reviews a lot of the time.
Edition's awful.
3rd edition specifically.
I've never played it, but I saw like an overview. It's so bad.
Main thing I think was
It's
like
so bad.
archetypes, I believe, right? Or
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff where you have
It
you can
was-
multi-class into your own class and get like new benefits.
Like, how do you
People like it for some reason.
like? And
That's
yeah,
that's the thing.
to each their own. But how do you make something so bloated but so dry at the same time?
That's especially what it was with 4th edition. I remember watching
Yeah.
like 4th edition playthrough, and I was like, this is
Fourth edition was like a
terrible.
was like a awkward puberty phase for D&D.
exactly. And then they finally came back. It finally came back in 2014. Only thing though, it didn't do too well actually at the very start.
No, it did not.
Unfortunately, at the start, they'd only sold about I think it was like 300,000 copies.
Yeah.
Between 2014 and 2018, like the
remember this.
original box set.
And that's where my goat, Matthew Mercer.
Matthew goddamn Mercer.
Matthew goddamn Mercer.
He brought it back. So in 2017, he made like a little playthrough of his own home game that they played.
Which started in 2015.
That started in 2015, which eventually was starting in Pathfinder, which eventually they remodeled to go into
Fifth
D&D
edition.
5th edition.
And it was due to that. This is where I can comment now because
Yeah, absolutely. It's just it. I'm almost done the first campaign.
Like campaign 1 is slow.
It's of course slow, but once it gets to the end, like once you're in like when they're finally fighting, they're starting to go against Vecna.
Mm-hmm.
They finished off the Chroma Conclave and all that kind of stuff. Like,
Yep.
it's all like the middle. I think is the most slow part when they're trying to accumulate the
The middle,
vestiges.
the beginning,
The beginning also is
very slow. The beginning's
We don't have
terrible.
to get into the beginning
Yeah.
specifically with
Anyway.
one, but eventually that and a bunch of other podcasts began to crop up, and just the scene exploded.
Oh yeah.
Everyone who was tangentially interested in fantasy realized that this was like, I can play my own character.
Like a way to experience that.
Exactly, as their own character in one of their friends' own worlds, which kind of got me into it. It was what got you into it, especially.
I got into it specifically through Rustage's One Piece D&D.
Exactly, yeah.
Because I was into One Piece first, and then I was like, oh, and then like I was watching One Piece videos on YouTube, and then it came up into my feed. I'm like, oh, this is really cool.
Exactly.
And then I was like, let's just learn how to play the game, and I eventually did. And then I tried to run a game with 10 players. Don't do that.
Don't ever do that.
Unless
you're Matthew Mercer.
Unless you're Matthew Mercer. We call that Mercer numbers.
Mercer numbers.
Um,
more than 8 is Mercer. 8 or more is Mercer.
More than
numbers.
6 is Mercer numbers.
I guess you're right. Yeah,
You
7
put-
and
you,
above.
You made it to Mercer numbers.
I made it one time.
That game with 11 players.
11 players. We got everyone there at one point. It was like
nothing.
the whole.
Nothing happened.
It was so funny. You were just like you were trotting through
Like,
one dungeon, one
Aaron-
room for like
Nick was
1
on
hour.
his phone. Aaron fell asleep. It was like, and then there was another person which we're not going to name for people's comfortability.
Yeah. I
but-
don't think they're listening anyway, but just for their own sake.
No, because there's one person that I'm not going to mention because people just don't want to hear their name.
Oh yeah.
But no, yeah, it's just here. Stranger Things ended up coming after Critical Role.
That is interesting as well, because I think that was in 2018. That was the first season,
Yeah.
right? So it was Critical Role,
Critical Role, then Stranger Things.
then Stranger Things, which then blew
And,
it
like,
up. Like
the-
that was
and
like
then-
that was
and-
like the
and-
cult
and
group
here's the
feel.
thing.
Yeah.
Critical Role blew up specifically in the back half of the Mighty Nine.
Yeah.
Post episode 100 when they had to separate.
And the good thing as well is that they had like a full backlog, right?
And, like they
They were already running, so they had like a small, like marginally sizable fan
Uh-huh.
base, which eventually was able to escalate. And once Stranger Things came out,
that's when like the and all that stuff happened. But
Yeah.
Mighty 9 was going around. Mighty 9 ended 2020.
2022. Yeah.
And I wasn't there for those last streams, but I was around when Exandria Limited started, like the first one, and I watched and I eventually caught up with Mighty 9. There's a version of the final boss fight with the chat.
That's so fun.
Like it's that aspect of community that like the D&D community, especially during quarantine, isn't the same. It will never be as good as that. Never.
Yeah.
Because
You can only strive to become of that, especially because of, like we said at the very beginning, more recent things that have occurred with Hasbro and like all the weird
bastards
trying to block this like very, very expressive community using just like monetary tactics, which is annoying. But like that was prime time. That's when I really started getting into it. That was like fully.
I was so hype. It was so hype. And then eventually quarantine ended, and then Critical Role, like campaign 2 ended, and campaign 3 started, and campaign 3 wasn't matching the
same appeal,
like the incredible appeal that the Mighty 9 had.
The thing is, it had a bigger budget, of course, but like it's kind of like Family Guy in a sense. That's like the thing I kind of attribute to. It's like okay, it's there's like sometimes they get like a good zinger in, but like it's most of the time
it isn't the same.
It doesn't have that same like second season varnish that like they had like the first season cannot even replicate.
I will always love that in these conversations you cannot talk about Dungeons and Dragons without mentioning Critical Role.
That's the thing.
And I think that is awesome because they deserve that.
They're just for the people at home, of course. We're running out of time, but basically D&D kind of is like the glue that brings all of these nerds together. Like these ideas that they all have together can like be shared through their own individual experience, which is I'm hoping is what I'm trying to purvey with what I'm running right now.
Yeah, it's a storytelling game, and it very much is a community thing. It brings people together. It's for laughs, it's for cries, it's just for good times.
It's for goofs, it's for gaffs.
It's awesome, and that I think it's the greatest game on earth, and I will die on that hill.
Absolutely.
And considering its long history and like the controversies that it's brought up and the controversies that are still being brought up, it just shows that it's still like a prevalent topic. And even if Dungeons and Dragons in itself might die off due to its very, very poor business decisions that are being made, tabletop role playing games, it's an avenue to just explore like your own interests, and just it's awesome. And your game has been fun, and I've been having a lot of fun. Yeah, it's the greatest game on earth, and there's no debate on that.
Oh yeah, and we still got 2 more years of this.
2 more, and hopefully it'll continue afterwards.
Hey, you know what? Hey, if we're gonna still be kicking around in Canada. Well, I'm gonna try
Canada.
In Toronto. I mean, look, if we're all around that area, I'm sure we could at least prepare something like every week, every 2 weeks.
If you want the bulk of anecdotes that we had shared, go to that first episode.
Absolutely,
a part of after class. But this was like the I learned things I didn't know about that.
Oh yeah, this is something that's been going on. Just like the idea of like
I knew it was old.
Yeah, but it's like the roots of it are like completely studied in like just basic war games. These little like mini figures that you move around and you like pew pew and like, all that kind of stuff that you play around with. You didn't even like write them down, didn't have any stats for them until into this gargantuan system.
Yeah.
That has been developed and cultivated over decades of people's work and talent. So it's like you know.
And it's all that hard work and all that creativity and all of that like collaboration over such a long time with people taking after other people. And I will say this. It's one of those games that people will look at and go, I don't know, but when they play, they love it.
They love it, exactly.
Because I ran a game with my friends for like the game I ran for my birthday. There were a handful of my friends who were skeptical, and they were like, I don't know if I think I'm gonna sit out on this one. I don't know if I will. And then when they started, and after the game ended, we went for like 4 hours, and they were like, that was so fun. That was so much fun. You get them
hooked. The pincers and the claws.
Chances are
they know.
Like chances are they're not going to play again. But I remember my good friend. She went. I didn't think I would like it so much, but that was a lot of fun. And I'm like, hell yeah. What did I tell you?
It's just it's literally just playing pretend, but
It's
playing
pretend with your friends, but also you get to
you get to also
like,
be
fight
more
monsters.
yeah exactly.
It really is like again. I will tattoo it on my forehead. I will put that on my grave. D&D is the greatest game on earth.
Yep.
Because you can do whatever you want. You can reflavor however you want, and you're sitting there with your friends,
Yeah.
having fun. It's
One day.
It's the greatest game on earth.
Yeah. Of course, D&D is like absolutely fantastic. And I'm going to still attest to that to this day. That's the thing that kind of got me out of my shell and allowed me to actually socialize with people.
Me too.
But there's obviously, of course, a bunch of other systems that we could also be playing.
Yes, let's start like yes, good idea.
I think one day I'm going to try to like once we finish this campaign, maybe like in the next like Daggerheart or
Daggerheart's really
I
good.
wanted to do a sci-fi one as well. I wanted to do like either Mothership or just Cyberpunk. That'd be cool.
I do know like Pathfinder is a solid choice. I tried Pathfinder once. I prefer 5e D&D.
Yeah.
But there's also Call of Cthulhu, which is
oh yeah.
the mechanics in Call of Cthulhu
that
are
sounds really fun.
very well done, but like you gotta like tweak it to make it less like brain melting because there's a lot going on. But yeah. Tabletop role-playing games. You have fun with your friends.
You have fun with your friends, and you get to play a character that you make, and you get to expand on, and you make the little narrative that you can share with your friends and laugh about. It's a good time, and I hope that you do that with your friends too one day.
I recently made a character named Echbecher.
Oh.
Echbecher. Echbecher. Yes, Echbecher the Deep Gnome.
Oh, that makes sense. Of course.
Echbecher. If Rosie dies, I'm using Echbecher.
We still have so much to talk about, but unfortunately, that is our time.
That will be until that we can save it for like the next time we do this.
Yeah. Absolutely. If ever we want to talk about D&D once again, I'll get you on, and we can talk more about the campaign we're running. We can talk about if we ever do any one shots.
I've got some stories, man.
We got some stories that we want to tell you guys. We can both sit on the rocking chair. We can tell you stories.
Gather round.
Yes, back in my day. This has been Independent Incidentals. I hope you had a great time, Daniel.
Thank you for having me.
Would you like to tell the audience anything else before you'd like to leave?
Oh, shameless plug. Okay.
Plugs, please.
For all of you listening, I am a part of the Ice Ensemble in the music building. This Thursday we have a show. Y'all should come by. It'll be a lot of fun.
When is this?
This is Thursday. This week.
This Thursday.
Doors are at 7. The entire ensemble worked very hard. We practiced, and it'll be a lot of fun.
Oh, fantastic! Is there like a website for it, or can I just pop in and say hi?
For students, it's free. You can find the tickets at Eventbrite.
Fantastic.
Come on by and play tabletop role-playing games. Support live music. Be kind to each other.
And be pleased.
Be pleased.
Beep, beep. Anyway. Have a good day, everybody. Hopefully exams don't destroy you. Bye-bye.